Hi, this is Quiny from Kill for Company, and you are listening to Honest Brutality.
Created by the people, created for the people. No holds barred, no punches pulled, just honest brutality. I don't know what the fuck you guys are thinking, but you don't ever talk about my band again. What's this honest brutality shit anyway?
Honest Brutality.
Hey everybody, welcome to Honest Brutality's Big Sloppy with Evil Irk and the Camera Rebel.
Hello.
Evilest of evils of evil.
That's right. And we're going across the pond today, and we're bringing in basically a family member by now.
Yeah.
A friend of ours.
Our brother.
Yeah, Quiny from Kill for Company. How you doing, Quiny?
Not too bad, guys. How are you? How are you all?
We are doing very good right
Yeah,
now. Lots
absolutely.
going on our side, and we see you got some exciting stuff going on your side of the pond these days.
Yeah, it's something like that.
For those of you who don't already know, if you haven't followed the podcast this far, shame on you for starters.
Yeah, right, you assholes.
But most importantly, Quiny is in an amazing band in the UK, and they are Kill for Company. We've had Quiny on a couple of times. We've talked about their music, and we've been waiting for this new EP for quite some time.
Yep.
So this is a very exciting time for us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is something that is a brand new idea for this show, and it's a little bit of a departure from what I normally do with the show. And I thought that you would be a great test subject for a newish format for us. I thought we could do a little blow by blow, and we'll play each song right after we talk about it. That way the audience gets a first-hand feel from you. How does that sound?
Oh, awesome, man. I'm up for that. Let's do it.
So let's start with the first track on This Sadness Lasts Forever, which is Isolation. Tell us about the song, and let's roll it.
Yeah, cool. So, isolation is pretty much, what it says on the tin. It's, about being in your own head and, just not being able to really escape your demons. Totally isolating yourself from, people that you care about, people that you love, can I get it out of my head? Can I get it off my mind? All that sort of stuff. And you just feel like screaming, you just feel like, you're going to lose your head, and you don't know what to do with yourself anymore. What where do you go from there, basically? So I might have just got that totally wrong from Tom's perspective, but,
Screw Tom, he's not on the show.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
This is your take on it.
Yeah,
My take
exactly.
on it was to isolate yourself from negativity. That's what I took away from it.
Yeah.
So
Cool, man.
what's your favorite part of this song?
Oh, wow.
The guitar?
It's towards the end. Like when it just, or the beginning. I don't know. It's my favorite song to play live because it just like, you look around the room and like, everyone's like, what are they doing? Like at the beginning. And then it explodes like the way that it does. And we try and do that live. And you just sort of see, when you give a cat like catnip or something, and it just they're just zoned in on the catnip. That's pretty much what and then they go absolutely crazy. Like that's what happens.
That's
like
amazing.
when we, even though I hate cats, but yeah, it's interesting, man. I love that song. Like just from the get go, it's just, and then my arm is burning halfway through the song playing that, and then. I love the end as well because that's when you really see people like they're either windmilling or they're pitting or whatever, and it's really cool to see when people like lose themselves with that sort of stuff.
It's amazing.
Let's check out Isolation.
Lost control of life and every sanity. A better game to get me through. Some myself for one, but I am devouring.
issues at high. A good time to change his life, it's just a bad decision. There's no way to change the past, so let it all just pass you by. A grown lie you tell yourself to get it off your fucking mind.
Okay, so track 2 is This Sadness Lasts Forever. Tell us a little bit about this song.
I guess, like, from a musical standpoint, I mean, me and Dan wrote that in about an hour.
Wow.
Yeah, like, I remember Sean from In Search of Sun, he was, like, there's like a practice studio that we all go to, and then he was upstairs in this little drum room practicing, and then he saw that it was just me and Dan in the studio, and he came in and he was like, oh, hey, how are you guys doing? And then he kind of did his rounds, and then he went back upstairs to, to carry on practicing or whatever. And then I was like, and then he came back in, and by the time he came back in, we'd written the song. We were done. And it just literally just one riff after another, after another. Dan just going absolutely crazy with the chorus, and it just works. And it just worked in the way that it does. And sometimes you get songs like that. Sometimes you have songs that, stew and take quite a long time, but then sometimes you have ones that just go bang, 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 and it all makes sense. And then you've got to remember it the next time. So what we did was Sean came back in.
So
we got him to record it. We got him to record it on his phone and then send us the footage back. And then we just sort of like, okay, we've got to show the rest of the band this.
The sadness lasts forever, but my memory doesn't.
Yes, exactly. Exactly that. And then lyrically, it is more in terms of, you're trying to, essentially numb the pain, in terms of what you're feeling. You're going through what it is, and, it could be anything from loss, from, loss of a family member, from loss of, friendships, relationships, anything. And you're just trying to, get out of that funk, but you can't. So you just, you just go to the nearest thing that is, say, a vice that sort of takes you to that place that just kind of keeps you on an even keel, I remember when Tom was recording the vocals to that, and like, I think at some point, like, there's GoPro footage that I'm yet to put together, which is just of us recording it individually. And, some of the vocals, like the tracking of the vocals, you can literally hear him, like, literally just screaming his guts out. It was crazy.
Well, let's check it out. Okay, man, now that we got 2 blistering tracks behind us, let's talk about One for My Enemies and play it.
Yeah, let's talk about the best song for a vehicular mosh pit.
You know, it's interesting you say that in terms of it being your favorite track. Like for me, I mean, I love that song and I love when it kicks off and it starts and, you know, it's got that kind of 90s, well, I'm not going to say hardcore because I'll get slated for that, but like it's, you know, it's got, you know, especially with the way that Dan really simplifies like the drums in the middle. It's, you know,
hey, Quiny, let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right there, buddy.
Yeah.
Dan doesn't do anything simple on the drums. All right. I listen, I've listened to every song you guys have several times, and I'm always blown away by his drumming.
Yeah, he's just a machine. I don't even. It's like a wind-up toy. You know, you just wind him up, watch him go. But in terms of that song, I mean, I think we just wanted something fast and crazy and just off the wall a little bit.
Success. Success. You got
yeah.
it.
Oh, right. There you go. And it's a weird one. It's not that I don't think about that song in the same regard as the others. It's just that I remember writing that riff when I was about 18, 19, the opening riff, and then I was in a band with Tom at the time, and I took it there, and then somehow it just didn't make the grade, and then I remembered, oh shit, I've still got that riff, and then just put it together, and then we came up with that and wrote it very quickly. There was actually like an alternate ending to that song that I wish we put out, but we need to really develop it more, and maybe one day that will see the light of day. And it's like when we turn into Rush, it's quite crazy. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. We all love Rush, so
That's amazing.
There's a bit in that, but there was originally a bit in that song where it goes all Rush and there's crazy, it's just insane, really odd time signatures, I think, and then it's like there's a guitar solo and everything, and then in the end we thought, no, it needs to be brutal. It needs to stay brutal. So we just
we appreciate brutal on our side.
Yeah, definitely. Well, hence the name. And lyrically, I think it was just all about, do you know what? I'm actually starting to realize, like, maybe now it's the time of, in terms of the theme throughout the thing. I never actually really thought about this until now, but now I guess One for My Enemies is pretty much that thing when you kind of wake up and realize, okay, like, shit, like, I've got to know who I've got to count on, and, and I've got to, make that decision in terms of people that I'm going to keep, people that I'm not going to have around. I need to get through whatever I'm getting through. And, I need to be able to carve a path to be able to, to see through and beat my demons, and it's, it's almost like a more positive, upbeat thing, if you can call it that.
Welcome to the Dr. Brutality Show. And,
Yeah, exactly.
let's play this song and see what the audience thinks.
Weakness in the world today, it seems there's no one left to throw. One for Still not much left of real. The soul was hatred in our hearts today. It seems we'll never get to fill.
All right, now we have the final track on the EP, which is Democracy Has Failed.
Sounds pleasant.
Yeah, kind of sign of the times, huh?
Yeah, for real.
Well, it was your first video, right?
Yeah, for this EP, yeah, it's the first one.
Right.
There is another video that's coming out, like in terms of a full band one, for the EP, but I won't say what that is yet. But for Democracy, yeah, like I remember writing that, like the opening riff, and there's a I've actually caught the video. There's a video which captures the genesis of that. That's what the beauty of video is, I guess, because you like if you're writing a riff and you film it and then you capture the genesis of that. And actually, I'll send it over to you guys. It's actually on my Facebook somewhere. And I was about to record Crawl on guitar in my living room, and then I just wrote this riff at the beginning. I was like, look at that kind of. And it sounded like someone, and it's interesting because our working titles are quite odd. So
right, I do recall that we've had this conversation privately.
Yeah. So you know what that working title is, right?
Right,
so, like,
right.
And basically, once we play, I think we stopped calling it what it was because, well, we internally, but we stopped kind of saying it because once we played a show, and Tom, he turned around and he said what that working title was as we were playing it. And it was like, and the sound guy thought he was basically telling him to off. So it was like, oh,
yeah.
And we were like, uh-oh. And then, yeah, the song itself, I mean, then he said, oh, it sounds like Super Mario Brothers. And we've actually got the footage where Tom goes, this song sounds like Super Mario. And it's like, no, you're not supposed to say that, dude. And then, but it went down. I think that was like the first or second time we ever played that live, and it went down really well. But then since then, I think musically it kind of shows, like, because that was the first song that we really collaborated on as like a full band in terms of where to go and you know, all the ideas. And like, I remember Tom turning around to me and goes, "Do that thing you do." I was like, "What thing?" Because he's a vocalist. He was like, that thing that you do that makes your guitar sound like a saxophone. You did it about 10 minutes ago. I was like, what? What are you talking about? And then and he's talking about the middle bit in the song where it stops, and I do like that kind of sweet progression thing.
Right.
Guitar, and then he was like, yeah, that's it. And I was like, you want that in this song? And he was like, yeah, do it. And even Dan was like, yeah, do it. And it was like, okay. Did it, and then Dan just went into some mad like blast beat, and I was like, okay, this could work. Let's keep going. And then and in terms of shooting that video, oh yeah, like that was a proper early morning job. You know, like start shooting at like 5 a.m, and then that was grueling.
In
but it was
in
cool.
a muddy field, and it was raining, and I know.
No. There was no rain. There was no mud. There was sand and loads of like abandoned ships and stuff. And
No, it was cool. It's a cool video. It's neat, and I encourage everyone to go out and check it out. And let's play the song.
Human rights, all the time.
Quiny, the badass axe man from Kill
Yeah.
for Company. We appreciate you so much as being our guest today.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Have a good evening.
This has been Honest Brutality. Thank you so much for tuning in. You can check out all things Honest Brutality at honestbrutality.com. If you do listen to this on iTunes or anything else, please rate, review, and subscribe. That's important. Keep forgetting to plug that, but it is very important. It keeps us relevant. And listen to us on Rock Rage Radio. We have a show every Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific, where we play all kinds of crazy stuff and more of this shenanigan type thing. And on Tuesdays,
Tuesdays where we have our center stage with Honest Brutality, where we talk to bands and we play their music. So it's pretty good stuff. And that's 5 p.m. Pacific and 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Come rock with us, and then call us after you've rocked with us at 530-962-0411.
and check us on all of our socials. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of the pertinent different social medias that seem to be relevant. I don't know. It's always changing. But
It's so true.
But what I do know is that you should be listening to Kill for Company. You should be hanging out with Honest Brutality. And you should be staying metal!